Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Network Africa, coming to you live from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. We might not have heard too much lately as regards Egypt Air MS-804, but the investigation continues. Well, investigators continue to find out why it crashed. As we speak, French investigators think they have heard locator beacon signals from at least one of the black box flight recorders, and now salvage experts are heading to the site to take a closer look. The cockpit voice recorder should reveal what the crew and computer thought was happening at the time the crash happened. For now, the limited evidence so far points to an onboard fire, but the black boxes might not be able to tell us whether it was started deliberately or not. Analysts maintain that the investigators might end up having to recover large parts of the aircraft to know for sure, and that is a long job. The office of President Jacob Zuma says the presidency has noted the security alerts that the United States government has issued to its citizens in South Africa through its local embassy. However, in a joint statement earlier, the Department of International Relations and the Department of State Security said the government was displeased with the manner in which the foreign governments had dealt with the matter, calling their actions disingenuous and a cause for serious concern. They further explained that the information which was the basis for the latest terror alerts was found to be sketchy, and on closer examination it was found to be information provided by walk-in source based on questionable conclusions. Now, despite coming under criticism from the two South Africa departments, the U.S. Embassy in Pretoria confirmed it would not retract its cautionary message about the terror risk, which was followed by travel advisories being issued by the UK and Australia. Let's take you to South Africa now and get the latest on this issue. I'm being joined by CEO of John Toll Media, Mr. Lucas Malloy. Thank you so much for speaking to us on Network Africa.
Thank you very much, and good day to your viewers.
Can you fill us in on any information which might have been made public after the security apparatus meeting yesterday?
There hasn't been any much information in terms of the discussion that happened and that, but what is clearly is that there has been a fallout between the embassy and the departments. Even though, you hear diplomats trying to be diplomatic, as they will always be, that we are working together, we'll try, but there has been a dissatisfaction from the departments on how the US and the UK handled the matter, and that has been a call of concern, and it has been or received very strong condemnation from the departments.
So obviously the government has expressed its displeasure with the handling of this matter. Do South Africans share the same feelings with your government?
I think anyone who is really following the matter will feel or sort of share the same sentiments with the government, because one needs to look at this for what it is. It really is a cause for concern. Number one, it put a concern on the security of the country and the country's ability to be able to, the intelligence to be able to know what is happening or investigate what is happening, and that. So it was sort of saying that the US have found something that South Africa didn't know about. It is something that has got an impact on our tourism. So we, anyone that is following the story will feel the same way, more because that such issues have come out that the lead or the information that the US has actually received was a bit sketchy and perhaps could have been taken to the department before going to the media with it.
You mentioned that this information going directly to the media can by and large affect tourism in your country. Has that been the case?
Well, with tourism and that, it is not something that you would be able to see immediately. I mean, people make their bookings way before the time and that, so you wouldn't really see that impact. The impact in tourism is impacts that are normally measured in months after any occurrence of that. But what we can be sure of is that when people get scares like this, they sit and they say, will my next destination be South Africa if there are such security breaches, or if there is this intelligence breach in terms of finding the information on what is happening or what the terrorists are planning about the country. And so we are concerned with that. And I think the government is sort of echoing what the nationals are saying, to say, when you have got such information that has got such impact and bearing, you do not take such information to media. You speak with your counterparts at the departments and figure out really what is happening and the legitimacy of the information that you have.
We do know that South Africa and the United States have enjoyed some level of good diplomatic relations. Where do you see this situation take them after now?
I think at this stage, both the countries are very mature in terms of their international relations and diplomatic relations. It is the countries that would be able to go past this hurdle. But I think, the good thing with such things happening is that they fix how we deal with each other in the future. So then you know that in the future, this is not how it should be done, and these are the channels that is going to be done. So I can say that perhaps at this stage it comes out as a teething pain, but we know that perhaps it is not something that will reoccur, because both countries know now how to deal with the matter.
Thank you so much, CEO of Junto Media, Mr. Lucas Malloy, for giving us your perspective and the latest on that issue. Thank you. Well, we are still in South Africa. The public prosecute protector, Thuli Mandosela, is in need of additional resources to investigate the wealthy Guptas. The Guptas are a powerful family facing allegations of meddling in the country's politics and their relationship with President Jacob Zuma before her term ends in October.
We've been asked to investigate whether indeed there is that phenomena of state capture, and secondly, the specific allegations are alleged unlawful involvement of the Gupta family in the choice of ministers. And also, we've been asked to investigate whether contracts were unlawfully and corruptly given by state entities to the Gupta family, and also whether licenses were unlawfully and corruptly given to the Gupta companies. Corruption is a global epidemic that the UN is currently concerned about, the World Economic Forum is concerned about, and the AU is also concerned about. And obviously, there is a lot of corruption in South Africa. Some of it is local, some of it is transnational, and the average South African citizen has to be deeply concerned about corruption, because corruption corrodes democracy. Corruption is dangerous. It steals resources, and it also steals the soul of a nation.
More and more reactions trail the death of football legend Stephen Keshi. That's after the break on Network Africa. Just stay with us.